What up, Snizzles? Miss me? It's Lil E. Welcome to all the new subscribers. This is What in the Snitzel. This is our channel. You're probably hearing me talking about Our, which is me, Lil E, and Big E, which you will see in the older videos, aka Ma Dukes. She is currently not here, so we're doing this by ourselves. But you know, it's hopefully like the ambiance of the Louisiana South. Let's go ahead and get it started. Am I the a-hole for moving out and refusing to go back home? Let me turn up this brightness because I couldn't say. Not too much on the fact I'm nearsighted. I already know I got on glasses. You trying to be funny? Oh, okay then. What in the snitzel's going on here? Am I the a-hole? This is about downtown _ad _1779. Am I the a-hole for moving out and refusing to go back home after my parents tried to control my life? It's been dubbed not the a-hole. I'll be the judge of that. I, 19 female, am a college student living about 1.5 hours 1.5 hours away from my family. FAFSA covers my housing. I have a part-time job. I pay for my own food, phone bill, and part of my car payment. Damn, what do your parents do? The only major thing my parents fully have leverage over was the car. That's it. Ooh, child. My parents are very strict and have a strong our house, our rules mentality. Last semester, I tried doing everything their way, constantly coming home, updating them on everything, avoiding conflict, and I was miserable and burnt out. This semester, I started trying to be more independent and stay near campus more because of work, school, and my own life. Recently, I started seeing someone. Congrats! My family found out after my sister told them. Snitch. Since then, they blamed him for me changing, even though these issues about independence existed long before him. A few days ago, my parents found out I stayed at his house. They got extremely upset and basically told me if I wanted to act grown, I need to give the car back, get my own apartment, pay all my own bills. My mom even said that if I was 24 and living under their roof, I also had to follow all their rules. The conversation honestly snapped something in me. I realized that every time I tried to talk about boundaries or independence, the goalposts moved, so I decided not to come home. I temporarily stayed with a friend from work while waiting to move into my new dorm assignment a few days. Also stayed with my boyfriend a couple nights because he offered support. Oh, shout out. He's a sweetheart. Keep him. As long as he don't mess up. Boyfriend, you better not mess over OP. They seem like a sweetheart. What's wrong with you? I turned my location off because every time my family called or texted me, I'll start hyperventilating and panicking. Yeah. Block them. My dad originally told me to leave the car and keys behind, so I cleaned it out and left it near campus. Later, he changed his mind and said I can keep it if I paid $338 monthly payment myself. My brother said he understands why I left, but my sisters are furious. Man, fuck them. My bad. One keeps calling me selfish, saying I cause the family unbearable pain and she never sees me the same, and that I'm only doing this because of my boyfriend. She also repeats everything I say to my mom. Girl, you should have took... See this? Take this fist, kiss it, and sock her at Mach 50 speed. You hear me? I need you to sock her to where her teeth go in the back of her throat. Sock her good in that jaw. Sorry about that. Got a little bit too excited. My mom says she loves me and her doors are always open, but also says I need to apologize to her, my dad, and God. See, I was kind of wavering with mom, but yeah, she just lost her mind. She thinks I handled this horribly and should have just talked to them more, but I feel like I've already tried for months. Tomorrow's Mother's Day and both my sisters' birthdays. I'm planning to go to breakfast but not spend the whole day because I know everyone is upset and I don't think I could emotionally handle it. Am I the a-hole? No, you're not. I wouldn't even go. Why put yourself through that emotional turmoil of people that already don't deserve your love? What? Brother would have been cool with me. I would have, like, if I did go, I was like, what's up, bro? All right, hi. Bye, and then leave. Just on all that one rendition. It will be the smoothest thing you ever seen in your life. This is an update, okay? I ended up going home for Mother's Day and my sister's birthday breakfast. I originally planned to only stay for breakfast and leave, but the day became a lot more emotional than I expected. They had me come home before going to breakfast, and while I was there, my mom and I had a long conversation where she cried a lot, kept asking me for hugs, says she loves me, and isn't trying to control me. I gave her a hug she wanted while she was crying on my shoulder. She says she understands I'm an adult and I'm not hers to control, but also says she just wants me to let me let her know if I'm out late, and that she feels like I've already had a lot of freedom because I live away at college most of the time and have a car. My sister apologized, said she didn't mean the harsh thing she said to me earlier, and that she was just angry. She started to cry, which made me start crying and went in to hug her, but she didn't hug me back, which makes sense because she doesn't like being comforted like that. My mom also brought up that she never abused me, that she also supported my education, career goals, and if the social worker looked at our family, they wouldn't consider it abusive. She talked about how her own mom beat her growing up and she still loved her deeply, and also mentioned that my dad is especially hurt because I'm the first kid he stayed and raised full time. I'm not liking this, not one bit. I'm about to get mad. This part honestly made me feel horribly guilty. I started questioning myself and wondering if I overreacted or if I remember things wrong. At the same time, I still couldn't shake the feeling that I felt emotionally overwhelmed and over-controlled for a long time. We then went out for breakfast. The weirdest part is that everyone tried to act normal for the most of the day, while I felt terribly miserable and emotionally exhausted. My dad barely spoke to me at all the entire day, which honestly hurt more than yelling probably would have. They talked about going bowling at 7 p.m. I ended up going bowling with them because I knew if I didn't, it would become another thing held against me later. By the end of the night, they wanted me to spend the night too. I decided to stay because my dad had been drinking and can get angry quickly when drunk. I didn't want more conflict tonight. At this point, I don't think my family is evil or abusive monsters like some commenters assume. I do think they genuinely love me, but I also think that there's unhealthy dynamics around control, guilt, and independence that I need distance from in order to figure out myself as an adult. So I guess I'm currently somewhere in the middle emotionally. I don't want to cut off my family, but I also don't want to completely abandon the boundaries and independence I started trying to build. Beloved, before I read the comments, I'm going to say this, and to anyone else that is watching this and that you feel the same way because your parents are only telling you stuff or they're enforcing some form of quote-unquote strictness, what OP is going through is not okay. That is a form of abuse. It's just more mental. That's mental abuse. That's not something that I feel like in contrast to how people think physical is. And to me, I feel like it's way worse. Because it sticks with you. It's one of those things you replay over and over. Not saying any other, harm doesn't. But in all honesty, love, you need to get the hell away from them. Because if it just takes a couple tears, this fake ass heart to heart, and your parents can just up and say, oh, I'm sorry. They're trying to make you feel guilty because they know what they're doing. They don't need to be beating the shit out of you to be, harmful. You're drained. You're, 19? I'm going to say from 1921. I don't remember. And you're getting treated like if you're a minor. Like you're a child. If you're 19, I still see you as a kid in my personal opinion. But you're a legal adult at this point. You have your own bills. You're taking care of majority of everything. They don't do nothing except for the car. And they're over here trying to use their leverage of them being your parents to take over everything that you have. Like, that's so weird. Someone commented, not the a-hole, do not move back. And do not worry about how furious your sisters are. They are jealous. You come first, your family does not. And if your sister repeats everything you tell her to your mom, tell her nothing. Perhaps consider only very, very low or maybe even no contacts. Perhaps for Mother's Day, just call your mom and send her a card, but do not actually visit. Someone said, not the a-hole, this is an abusive situation. Do not move back nor take the car back. It will give them control again. You are an adult and you were respectful. They cannot control you for the rest of your life. Someone said you are reading the situation correctly. They're more concerned about controlling you than about your mental health or personal or professional advancement. If they find a way to make it on their own, even if it takes you longer to get through school, you will feel so much better than you will accomplish. But everybody's saying the same thing. Stand 10 toes down, OP. Believe in yourself, baby. Because at this point, who else will? You have your brother, you have you. And if you believe in the Lord still, you have God. Stand 10 toes down on that, and you don't have to apologize to nobody. Because even God says, even when your mother and father forsake you, I am here. So, regardless, baby, you got this. And hey, I even support you. I'm here. Room for you all the way. Buy my schnitzels and buy my love bugs that's also going through this. I wish y'all nothing but the best. Much love.